Ladies and gentlemen, how have you been? New season of Hearthstone out. It's very exciting. We're going to be playing in a Beast, Demon, Mex, Murloc, Naga lobby. In this game, so I'm still discovering the game, still fresh, new season, still rediscovering all the new things we can do. But in this game, I got insane high roll with everything. Trinkets, minions, insane. Let's see how it all goes. I mean, we can probably skip the first round or two. Very basic, very classic opening. You buy a minion, you do whatever you can to survive. I lose this round. Yeah, but just as usual, nothing dramatic. Second round, I'm gonna go for a an upgrade. Just a tavern upgrade, classic. I don't know what I'm waiting for. This is probably not paying attention. So, okay, for this turn, we're gonna go for the Murloc and the Taunt because I'm thinking, hey, if I can get the Murloc that buffs in my hand, I can summon it, kind of get those early buffs going, kind of like last season, just applying what I did last season to this season. Still unsure what are the really strong minions. I think a really strong minion to get early is the one where if you spend one, it buffs another minion for +3/+3. That's really good for early tempo, but it doesn't have a type. So if you want a trinket of a specific type, you need to have 3 minions of the same type, or else it'll just give you like random trinkets. Okay, wait, important what happens here. For some reason here, I'm thinking, okay, I see 2 beasts in the shop. I can upgrade the tavern and buy the spell. I can buy the 2 beasts, or I'm just gonna go for the dark gift. Because this was one of the games where I was like, I'm gonna test it. Like, what does it do to have a dark gift early? This is the mechanic of the new season. You discover between 3 minions, they each have a dark gift. And right there, Tasty Lobster. I don't even think. Yeah, I just get it. And its dark gift was at the end of every 2 turns, get a minion of your most common type, right? At the end of every 2 turns, get a random of this type. Okay, yeah, of the beast type. So I get a random beast at the end of every 2 turns. Not crazy, like the dark gift is not really what we're buying it for. It's just we have a Tasty Lobster. We have a buff that we can buff. Like we can buff the buff early. So we can already scale early. Which is why I'm like, all right, I'm jumping on this. I have 2 other beasts as well. Which means my trinket will be a beast trinket. I'm setting myself up to say, hey, I could go beast. Chef's choice, and then bam, I get a wolf pup. So I use Chef's choice on the beetle, so I get something different than the beetle, but still a beast. Now I upgraded the tavern before because I wanted to get a tier 3 beast, either the lobster or the fox. And the fox is going to be huge to set myself up for tempo here. It works so good with my hero power that gives it Wind Fury, so you're going to see what it does right there. It just, well, okay, it hit only once. With Divine Shield, it would have been nice to hit twice. But it's okay, it buffs my entire board, and just those buffs give me an incredible amount of tempo. I win this round, which is huge. It's amazing. If I didn't get the fox, I would have lost the round, for sure. So now I'm confident. I have tempo. What am I going to go for? I see the deathly thing on the left. So, I mean, let me just pause, because I always pick them way too quick. But I get my 4 trinkets. Beetles is just not it this season. If you look at Beasts, the only thing that buffs Beetles is the Scorpion or the Beetle, the tier 2 Beetle. So it's either triggering a battle cry over and over. So you need Bran and the Murloc to activate the battle cry. I don't know. That's seems like a lot of effort. On the Beetle, that's one way to buff it, or it's through attacking. If other beasts attack, you buff the Beetle by 3/3, which is not even that big. So I don't think Beetles is a thing this turn, this season. I see I can get the trip voucher and then I can get the stuffed coin purse, but I just see the deathly thing instantly to my first death rattle triggers twice per combat. And I have the lobster, so I can I can scale twice as fast with this. And I discover a death rattle and I get another lobster. So we're just golden at this point. We're like golden. My board is filled, so my fox buff will be able to be applied on the whole board. And there I do a little mistake. I place the parrot before the lobsters. I should have put the parrot after the lobsters so it could get buff and get more attack and get the parrot effect quicker to get the spell. But oh well. I'm gonna maybe put a picture of what the parrot does. After you do 40 damage, it gives you the spell that will make a random minion in the tavern golden. So you want the parrot to have as much attack as possible so that you can get that spell quicker. It's an effect that only happens once. So I'm investing, since I have tempo, this is what I mean, is since it's an effect that happens only once, right now I'm investing money, saying I'm going to upgrade the tavern, I'm going to try to get that spell, and I know I have the tempo. I know that my fox is going to buff my board well, and my lobsters are getting double death rattles. I mean, the first one is getting a double death rattle. So I'm confident. And yeah, we can see my confidence gets rewarded. I don't lose this round. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't lose this round. I get the golden touch. That's the spell that makes a random minion and a tyrant golden. So I can get rid of the parrot now. I have more board space. I have another beetle on my hand that I should have put it down. I don't know why I didn't. Another little misplay from me. But now we're tier 5. The dark gift gives us a 4 or 5 minion. I'm thinking, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go for it. Keep on getting crazy good tempo, and maybe I got lucky. And here, I spent a bit of time looking at this, but I'm thinking the Cage Gnar. I didn't see what the death roll gain the stats of the main to the left. So yeah, here I could. The demon is probably out of the picture. Like, he's just not useful. I could get a random minion of my type, but that's just 1 minion generation per turn. That's 1 gold per turn. It's just not good. Death Rattle, get a random tavern spell. I don't know. So I just go for this one because it just gives me even more tempo. And it puts me in confidence. And it gains the stats of the minion to the left. So, not a crazy dark gift. But there we pick up Titus, which is huge. I should have probably used Golden Touched on Titus there. Like, hoped to get Titus Golden. But I didn't have the reflex. And yeah, we're just going to put the Gator down and put the Cage Gnar. So we're going to trigger an attack. So to explain what the Gator does, the Gator, when you sell it, it'll refresh the tavern and put a fish bait in the shop, which you see right there on the left on my mouse. And then the fish bait is going to be attacked by your leftmost beast. So it'll trigger the rally, and it'll also trigger the Cage Gnar, which buffs my minions when another minion attacks. And there I see the lobster, and this is the craziest part, the crazy high roll that happens. Next turn is insane. You're not ready for next turn. Next turn is insane. Here, I get the fucking lobster, I use my golden touch, and I fucking make it golden, which is like insane high roll. Absolutely outrageous. You're gonna see the buffs I get in this game are just absurd. Absolutely absurd. So again, I think we win this round. I don't have a deck tracker on. I don't record with it often. I don't know. I haven't been using it because I want to discover the new season. I want to kind of chill through this and make my own strategies, and then I want to get really good and push and see what the really good players are doing. But yeah, we win. All that to say, I don't have my deck tracker, and we don't have the stats, the percentage chance of winning or losing. But yeah, I could kind of tell we were gonna win. And then here, I don't even think about it. Herald sticker. I mean, what is there to say? Like I said earlier, Beetles is just not viable anymore. So the Beetle band is not going to do it. Get a random greater trinket and 4 gold. I mean, why would I spin the wheel and discover a 2-cost minion from the major time warp? Again, why would I spin the wheel? I have the Herald sticker, guaranteed value. My first death rattle triggers twice. I have a Titus. I have 2 lobsters. I have a golden lobster now in my board. And then I put the golden lobster down. I discover Death Strider. Absolutely outrageous high roll. Here, an absolutely outrageous high roll. I get a Death Strider with the Dark Gift. Get an extra copy of this. So, basta. Basta. This is how we do it. And we sell the Cage Gnar, which I think I should have maybe sold the T-Rex, but whatever. I mean, the T-Rex has a death rattle, and I guess I want my board to always be full. And another higher roll. Ravaging Scorpid. Tier 6 Beast. That's the Scorpid that buffs the beetles when you attack. So when other beasts attack, it'll buff the beetles +3/+3 wherever they are, like permanently in the game. So I mean, might as well buff this while we're buffing everything with our lobsters and the fox. We can also buff the beetles. So every attack, my fox is triggering its rally. The Death Strider is triggering the leftmost Death Rattle, which is the lobster. And we have Titus that does it twice. And yeah, there it is. Absurd stats. From there, I'm like, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. Like, I have tempo. I basically have my comp here. Now I just need to, golden the tiny lobster, the tasty lobster, sorry. And maybe get a fish, the fish that lets you attack the shop. There's the gator that puts a fish bait in the shop. When you sell it, it refreshes the tavern and puts a fish bait. And there's also a fish that you can buy for 3 gold in the shop. And if you activate its ability for 2 gold, it'll put a fish bait in the shop. So we want to trigger attacks during our turn so that our buffs are permanent, right? So now I'm looking at the shop. I'm like, man, what do I want? And I'm thinking, man, I'm not really interested in tier 6 minions. I'm not going to upgrade. I don't need to upgrade the tavern. I'm just going to, maybe buy the secret because I'm a bit scared. Also, I'm fighting the number 2 right now in the lobby. So I'm like, man, I might just get a bad surprise and he's going to kick my butt. And I'm still discovering this new season. So, And unfortunately, I kind of spend the whole turn doing nothing there. I just refresh, get a spell to kind of try to help myself. But it's going to be useless since he's beasts as well. So it's kind of dumb. I didn't check what he was doing. But yeah, unfortunately for him, I think our scaling is a lot superior because we have the Golden Death Strider and Titus. And also, we might have hit this... Like, we might have hit the lobsters before him also, so... Yeah, and this is the fish I'm talking about, the last minion that he has. That fish, this fish right there on the right, if you activate its ability, you can get one of your minions to attack on your turn. So, yeah. Anyways, after this combat happens, I win the combat. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like moving around. I hate it when people do that on videos, so I know it must not be a good experience. But anyways, bam. Now I'm thinking I'm going to golden the lobster and try to get that fish. Bam, golden lobster. So we have streamer client. Although I don't even stream my games. I should stream my games. Actually, would you guys like that? I'll stream my games. We get a gator or the shark whatever, shark gator thing. And I don't get the fish. So I'm just going to trigger an attack on my turn and then bam, crazy permanent buffs on the whole board. I should have used the cage gnar. Actually, well, no, I sold the gator, so I didn't have the space. So yeah, now I put the cage gnar after. And I think here, yeah, I'm going to freeze the tavern. And I think I sell the cage gnar because, okay, wait, yeah, here's the moment that's weird. Here, I sell the cage gnar. I cut it out in the edit. I wasn't careful when I edited this game. But I sell the cage gnar, and then my lobster here gives me a minion of my most common type. So he gave me another cage gnar in my hand. Because I didn't want the cage gnar, I wanted to have a beetle, which summons as soon as the game starts. Anyways. Here, I mean, he's cooked. There's nothing he can do. And that's before my lobsters even die because of my Golden Death Strider, which was such a high roll. The Golden Death Strider just... Wow. And also the Herald sticker. I mean, that's just absurd. So yeah, we're still looking for that fish. And we got the fish right because we froze it. And now it's like I could maybe pick up Leroy. Yeah, no need. I don't even need the Leroy because I get so much stats. But Scam would not be a bad choice because I could just, put the fish down, get my fox to attack, and then put the Leroy after. But I'm just going to keep the fish on the board so I can get the fox to attack again because I'm just getting such crazy stats. And the Alikir synergy, my hero power that gives Wind Fury and Divine Shield, is just so powerful with the Death Strider. It's such an amazing synergy. He's basically running the same thing as me, but he's going for the permanent buffs with 1 lobster and a golden Titus. I still win because he hit the comp too late. He didn't manage to hit it early enough. And also, he has a Herald sticker that triggers only one death rattle. So he doesn't stack as quickly as we do. So yeah, this guy's out of the game. And then now we're gonna fight the last guy, which was in second place, that also was doing the lobster comp, but we were stacking quicker than him. So I don't know what he's gonna do. There's not much he can do. Here, I don't have enough money to trigger the fish twice, but there is another fish in the shop, so I can probably just trigger the fish and then freeze. So that next turn I can use the fish twice. Yeah, that's basically it, right? I'm impatient. I refresh and I get a Death Strider, which is another crazy high roll. Maybe I don't go for the fish, or maybe I dump the Scorpion, keep the fish, put another Death Strider next turn. But then, yeah, I mean, whatever. The guy's dead. He gave up. He conceded. He knew he didn't have the stats. He knew there was nothing he could do. Just for the satisfaction, though, let's watch the last game. I really like what they did with the numbers also. Now you can read the numbers, 1.5k, 1.2k. It's just so nice. I'm so excited for the season, guys. I hope y'all excited too. I recorded a bunch of really cool games. There's also pirates and everything. I mean, y'all, it's going to be a super fun season. I'm going to have a lot of fun making videos. We end up in first place. At this point, I was at 2.6k. Whatever, don't look at the rating. I'm still climbing and figuring out the game. I will be posting a couple more videos soon. For the past week, I haven't been posting because, I was discovering the new season. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Absolute crazy high roll. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.